and all present over here. I am extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to welcome each one of you for this very special session. Today, we have assembled here to attend a seminar on cyber security. Cyber security must be an integral part of every education organization, as it is the safe and responsible use of information and communication technology. Today's generation, especially the students, are practically born with technology between their hands, but they don't have the information about security. To help the students more about cyber security, our school has organized today's session. I am profoundly delighted to take this opportunity to introduce and welcome the guest speaker for the day. Today, we have with us Dr.Herald, the President of Cybersecurity Corporation. I first short in words to introduce him, as he has a vast knowledge and experience in digital technology. He is a guide for thousands of people and companies. He was an CEO of Intelligent Ocean Security System since February 2016. He is an advisor of law enforcement agencies such as cybercrime and international trainer, cyber law and cyber forensics. Sir served as an eminent CIO of India from 2018 to 2021. He has touched more than 5 lakh personnel in 7 countries worldwide by creating awareness on cybersecurity. He also trained more than 60,000 professionals from law enforcement, judges, senior government officials, advocates, bank officials, etc. He is a regular writer in leading newspapers and TV channels in cybersecurity space. Another glorious feather that added to his crown was to be a resource person in 28 international conferences. He conducted many programs on cyber safe for women and children to protect them from the dark clutches of the internet. Sir was an instrument in developing and implementing e-delivery question papers for Mumbai University in India. And this system was widely appreciated and nowadays in practice in many universities in different states of the country. For his unique contribution, Sir gained more than 1,900 appreciations from government and corporates for outstanding work in cyber security space. At present, Sir is associated with National Judicial Academy, NIA, NCP, Central Academy for Police Training, CBI, Maharashtra Police Academy, Goa Police, MP Police, CID Central for Police Research, Detective Training School, Maharashtra Intelligence Academy, Reserve Bank of India, Directorate of Technical Education, Judicial Officers Training Institute, Bihar Judicial Academy, Sikkim Judicial Academy, etc. More than this, he is a very simple person, down to earth in his dealings. Though he is a very busy person, he has made his mind to reach out our children. This proves his interest in guiding the young generation. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and reaching out to this rural area. On behalf of the entire ST.Theresa family, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Now I request our beloved principal, Sister Fatima, to welcome sir with a shawl and garland as a token of respect.
it so light. When I say good morning to you, I'm alone over here, and you are, I think, maybe 90, 100 over here. Your voice should be 100 times more than me. Although I'm using a mic, I understand. So if I say good morning, your good morning should be at least 50 times more than what I talk to you. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Now it looks that you are awake and alive. Okay. Thank you, Sister Fatima, for inviting me for this seminar and for the nice, warm hospitality. And to see you all wonderful children, and of course to the faculties, the teachers from the school. First and foremost, let me confess to you very openly. I find very difficult to address the small students. Because when you start addressing police officials, judges, you speak with a lot of their maturity. But when you come to your maturity, your questions are more tougher than them. So I hope that the next an hour or so, I should be in a position to understand your particular needs in this field of cybersecurity, as well as I will also talk to you on what cybercrime is and how you should be free from such type of menace. हिंदी आती है सबको? How many of them know Marathi? Few of them know Marathi. So only I think you have got, how many of them know Kannada? Oh, I should not have asked this question. So you all know Kannada, because that's one language which I understand, Kannada, but I can't speak to you. But the other three languages I can talk to you, I can speak to you. But I'll keep my session reserved for the English, and of course sometimes in Hindi, because Hindi happens to be our national language also. Before I start up, there are few questions which I want to ask you, and I'm sure that you will answer me by just raising your hand. That's it. How many of you have not used a mobile phone? Now you don't start looking left, right. I'm not telling you to do some yogas over here, like how Baba Ramdev does. Everybody is using mobile phone. And why not? In India, we have got more than 80 crore people today using mobile phone. So it's not something which is a very difficult question what I asked you. I'm talking about 80 crore people means some of them have got 2 to 3 SIM cards also. So if you calculate that, there are at least about 110 crore SIM cards which are there in the Indian market. And uniquely, about 80 crore Indians today are using mobile phone. How many of you are not using WhatsApp? Not using. All of you are using. See, if you sit like this, as if you are doing some yoga over here, then I'll ask you questions. So I hope that everybody is using WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
How many of you are not there on Facebook? Not there. You don't require Facebook now because already the big brother WhatsApp is there. How many of you are not there on Instagram? So I think I got the pulse. All of you, according to the question what I asked you, you are there on WhatsApp. You are not there on Instagram. Most of you. Most of you are not there on Facebook. All of you are using mobile phones. Do you have a separate mobile phone for you, or you are using your mom or a dad's mobile phone? How many are having your own mobile phone? Can you please raise your hand, sir? Exclusively for you?
I will go because of I'm sitting and they're not putting the hands up. I saw them losing. The answer sincere. Okay.
How many of them are using your own mobile phone in your exclusively for you? Your smile suggests that few of them are having your own mobile phone and not using your mom's or your dad. How many of them are using your mom and dad's mobile phone? I thought you were having your own mobile phone. Good. So it looks predominantly that many of you are using the mobile phone of your father or your mother. It's okay. I don't have any questions related to that you should not be using the mobile phone of your father or your mother. But let me tell you now, what's your school timings? One of them can tell you. What are your school timings? With what time to what time is your school? 8 to 8:45 to 4. So between 8:45 to 4, you are there in the school. And I'm sure that most of you will reach by 4:30 or 5 at home. And once you reach home, I think one of the important thing what you will have in your hand is this dabba. You know, this dabba is the Ravan of the 21st century. And most of us carry this Ravan in our pocket. Most of us also have this Ravan put into our neck also, close to our heart. It should be very close to our heartbeat. But then let me tell you that when you are using your mobile phone for more than 1 hour a day, you will become mentally sick. Physically, you will become sick. So when you go home, I'm not saying that you should not use mobile phone, but everything should be there in moderation. When I say moderation, it means that in a day about half an hour to 45 minutes, if you use your mobile phone, it's good. But if you use a mobile phone 4 to 5 hours a day, then the first thing is that you will have glasses coming to you at an early age. Number 2, you will look more older than your age. And number 3, and the most important part is that you will have most of your friends moving up the ladder, becoming engineers, doctors, good professionals. The more the time you spend on this dabba, on this Ravan, you'll find lesser the time or lesser the occasion for you to will be achieving a lot of glory in your life. And that's what, when I have come over here to address to you, I have come to address you on 2 parts. The one part on how this technology or how this mobile phone is misused and how crimes can be orchestrated or how crimes can be taken place. I'm sure few of you might have heard about cybercrime, heard about it. How many of them have not heard about cybercrime? Can you please raise your hands up? Not heard. Few of you have not heard about cybercrime. That means it's good that you have not heard what cybercrime is. So the potential of becoming a cybercrime victim is much higher in you as compared to those who know that what is cybercrime is. I'll tell you what cybercrime is in a very simple words. Whenever any person misuses the mobile phone to do any illegal activity, do any crime, is called as cybercrime. When I talk about the cybercrime, one of the most important elements for a cybercrime to be done is the internet. You know, internet came in our country before you were born. It came in our country in 1994. And now, in the last 28 years or so, India is having almost 70 crore Indians today using internet. You go to any remote places in our country, you'll find the mobile tower, you'll find internet. And most of the time, internet is very cheap. I remember when I first had my mobile phone, somewhere in the year of 2001, 2002, internet was very costly. Mobile phone was very costly. In fact, to make one call for 1 minute, it used to about 1 rupee 60 paise per minute. And now, you are having probably making a call almost free of cost. You pay 150 rupees per month. But then if you calculate per day basis, it is about 4 to 5 rupees per day, which means that it is almost free. But when you are using this internet on your mobile phone, you are becoming a victim too. You might have heard somewhere in the television or somewhere you might have heard that people are losing money. People are doing mobile banking. I'm sure some of you may be knowing of Google Pay, Phone Pay. Some of them you may be knowing about it. I have come to a rural part of our country. That doesn't mean that people are not using digital technology. I have come to the rural part of our country. That doesn't mean that people are not using mobile phones. I have come to a rural part of the country. That doesn't mean that people are not aware that they also could be victimized. So, coming to the most important facet is that people are now getting to be fooled by this mobile phone. I can tell you about an incident which happened somewhere in 2006, 2007. There was a boy whose name was Adnan Patrawala. He was from Mumbai. And he was studying in his 9th standard. I'm sure that few of you are there from 9th and few of them are from 10th standard. So, your age only. And Adnan was okay in studies. I will not say extremely intelligent, but okay in studies. And Adnan's parents, both of them were working. So his father and mother used to go to work in the morning at about say 9 o'clock, and they used to come in the evening by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatsoever. Now what Adnan used to do is that his school used to start in the morning at 7:30. And by the time he would come home, it would be about 1:30. And once he would come home, he would get locked himself into a room. And then he would be there on his desktop. Now we are using more of laptops, but about 15 to 16 years before, few had the privilege of using a laptop, but many of them had desktops. And so he used to get inside the room, he used to lock the room from inside, and then he used to be there on his desktop. His parents used to feel very proud that look, my son is working on his desktop, working on internet, and they used to tell their friends that my son is so intelligent, he knows how to operate a mobile phone more better than us, he knows how to operate the internet, he knows how to serve the websites, and they had a lot of pride for their child. And Adnan once used to go in his room at say about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Till up to 9 o'clock he used to be there in his room. Now this went on for some time. You see, in today's advent, we have got Facebook, we have got Instagram. Same way, we have got WhatsApp. Sometimes in a group, somebody adds up into a WhatsApp group. Sometimes we don't know also that who has added up into a WhatsApp group. And so, at that time, 2006, there was no Facebook. We had an elder brother of Facebook that was called as Orkut. I'm sure that when you go home today, you ask your mom and dad, few of them will be aware that 15, 16 years before, there was a social networking site called as Part-1. Facebook was not there at that time. Instagram was not at all there. And so Adnan, he used to use this website Orkut. One fine day, Adnan got a friend request. And that friend request came from a so-called girl who said that my name is Angel. And I want to have a friendship to be done with you. Now Adnan, 14, 15-year-old boy, the moment he got this friend request, he immediately accepted that request. And then there started a chat between Adnan and this so-called girl, Angel. For days together, they were chatting on their Orkut Messenger. You have got Facebook Messenger, where you chat. You have got WhatsApp, where you can chat. Similarly, Orkut also was a website where you can chat. And so they started chatting. After about a month or so, one day, Angel said to Adnan, look, it has been days together that we are chatting. We have not met each other. So I would like to meet you. Adnan said, fine, we'll meet. And so Angel said that on this date, on this time, at this place, we shall meet. And Adnan went to meet his friend. Now when Adnan went to that hotel, where the girl had said that I will come to this hotel, it's actually a coffee shop. And this coffee shop is in Mumbai. I'm sure that you might have heard about Mumbai. I don't know how many of them have gone to Mumbai. So Adnan went to that coffee shop, he went to that hotel, and he was waiting for Angel to come. 15-20 minutes passed, Angel did not come. And so he was about to leave that place. While he was about to leave that place, three boys came to Adnan. One of them was an elder, about 21-22-year-old, and the two of them were minor. Minor means they were about 15-16-year-old. So they went to Adnan, the elder one, and he introduced himself to Adnan saying, are you Adnan? He said, yes, I am. He said that, are you waiting for Angel? He said, yes, I am. How do you know? He said, I am the elder brother of Angel. Angel is unwell, and so she has told me to meet you. And if possible, can you accompany me to my house? Because my house is just 2 kilometers far away. So when you come to my house, Angel is unwell. When she sees you, she will be happy to see you. So Adnan said, okay, fine, I will come. And so these three boys, along with Adnan, went to meet Angel. So when he went in the car with them, that was the last time Adnan was seen alive. Because when he went in the car with them, these three guys were the kidnappers of Adnan. And they kidnapped Adnan, and they called up Adnan's father saying that your son is with us. If you want your son, you have to pay us 1 crore rupees. Adnan's father was not having that amount of money, and so he said, I can't pay you. So the eldest one, the eldest kidnapper in that, he said, look, if you are not able to pay, then we shall kill your son. He said, I can't pay you. And since he was unable to pay, these three kidnappers, they killed Adnan. 3 days down the line, Adnan's body was found on the roadside. And when the matter was investigated, it was found that Adnan's biggest mistake was that he accepted a friend in his friend list on his Orkut account about a person whom he never knew. What I mean to say to you is that if you are there on Facebook, if you are there on Instagram, if you are there on Pinterest, if you are there on WhatsApp, if somebody adds you into a group or somebody sends a request to you that I want to be your friend, don't get added in the group or don't be a part of that group unless and until you know that person face to face. Here Adnan never knew because they met on the internet. They had not seen each other. And so he was not knowing that in the name of Angel, these three kidnappers, they had sent a friend request to Adnan, and these kidnappers in turn, they killed Adnan. What I mean to say to you is that when you are using any social networking site, be extremely cautious. And why you should be cautious? Because we don't know with whom we are chatting. We don't know many a times to whom we are communicating. And that person could be a criminal. What I said to you is a killing of Adnan is a cyber crime. And how do I relate it as a cyber crime? Simply because the internet technology was misused. The Orkut was misused. And that particular misuse orchestrated in a crime to be taken place. And that's the reason that Adnan's killing was also known as cyber murder. I'm telling you that if you are there on Facebook, right today, all those friends whom you don't know, just take them out. Because you never know. There may be a friend in your account who might have sent a friend request to you with his DP. And you may think, oh, this person I know. But then that could be a fake DP. And that fake DP in turn would result in a crime to be taking place. So be extremely cautious about it. I want to share another incident with you. I work with a lot of cyber crimes. And when I work with cyber crimes, many of the times I get to talk to the youngsters also. And in one of the incidents, there was a guy, about 17-year-old boy. And then in his class, there was a girl. And he used to tease that girl. That girl used to tell him that don't tease me, don't tease me. But he used to tease that girl. Now one fine day, what happened was that this girl, she got a call from her friends. And some of them spoke to her in person. This happened very recently. In 2018, it happened in Pune, the place I come from. And this girl got calls from some of her friends. And some of the friends met her face to face and said, what may be the girl's name? She said, I saw your Facebook profile and about all wrong things is written about you, that you are not a good girl, you are useless, you are not good in studies. So all wrong things are written about you on the Facebook. And when this girl saw that Facebook profile, she was surprised. She said, this is not my profile. But that profile contained the picture, the DP of this girl. And on that particular Facebook account, her number also was written, mobile. And she was getting some unwarranted calls from unknown people. Because she was made to be looked on that Facebook account or on that Facebook profile as not a good character. And so when she saw this, when she was getting some anonymous calls, she was very brave, very bold girl. She alone went to the police station. And she told the police over there that there is a fake account which is created in my name. And therefore you should find out who is the person who created this fake account. The police looked at the girl and said, daughter, you are young. When you are coming to the police station to give a complaint, you come with one of your elder, maybe your elder brother, maybe your father, maybe your uncle. Alone, when you come to the police station, we cannot register a complaint. And so the next day she went to the father and she told the police, please register a complaint that who made my fake account on Facebook. And the police registered the complaint. And while the police were investigating, let me also tell you about it. That when anybody creates a fake account on Facebook, on Instagram, we have got the ways to find out from where the account is created or from where the account is created. And therefore, under these circumstances, the police, after 15 days down the line, came to know that who created this account. And so the police reached this boy's house. When they reached the boy's house, he was not there. His elder brother was there, and his parents were there. So they said that there is a police complaint which was registered by a girl, and in that we found that the fake account is created by the computer which is there in this house. And therefore, under these circumstances, we want to arrest you. And they took the elder brother of this boy, took him to the police station. And when he was being questioned, he said, no, I did not create it. I don't know this girl also. then how come this account is created by your computer? Because when you create an account on Facebook, when you create an account on your Instagram, on Facebook, or on desktop or laptop, the police have got the ways to come to know from which particular desktop, from which laptop, from which mobile phone is the account is created. And so they took the elder boy, the elder brother, they questioned him. He said, look, I don't know who is this girl also. Then the girl was asked, do you know this boy? He said, I also don't know this boy. Then the police said to this guy, this boy, do you have an elder brother or younger brother? He said, I have a younger brother. And he studies in the same school as what this girl studies. And so he was then picked up. I'm using the word picked up. Sorry to use the word picked up, because the police are very stringent. They literally caught hold of the boy and they took him to the police station. Initially he said, no, I did not create a fake account of this girl. But police also has got a ways to find out. Slowly but steadily he confessed. And he said, I only made the fake account of this girl. And then the police asked him, what was the reason? He said that, hey, I used to tease this girl. She used to talk anything nonsense to me, or whatever it is. And therefore, under these circumstances, I felt angry, and therefore I created the fake account of this girl. You see, when he was being questioned in the police station was on the 3rd floor. And while he was being questioned, this boy said to that police inspector that I just want to go to the washroom. Can I go? The police said, okay, fine. And he went down. The police station was on the 3rd floor. From 3rd floor, he jumped down. And when he jumped down, he was badly hurt. He was taken to the police station. He was taken to the hospital. And on the 7th day, he died. What I mean to say is that, especially to the girls, especially to the women, that if you find that if there is any fake account which is created in your name, you have to go to the police and make a complaint. Sometimes it's found that the police don't register the complaints. So they have also got a lot of other work. But that doesn't mean that you should keep quiet. There is one number, 1930. It is a free toll number. You can call up from your mobile phone and you can call up 1930 and you can say if there is any fake account created of yourself or your friends or anybody to that matter, and you can tell them by calling this number 1930 and telling them there is a fake account which is being created in my name. Believe me, the police has now got the facilities in place where they can catch hold of such type of people who make fake profiles. But my story doesn't stop over here. My story goes one step forward. And that one step forward is that the boy, 17-year-old, lost his life. Why? Because he made a fake profile. Not knowing that making a fake profile of any person is a crime. And that's a cybercrime. I don't know how far is the jail from here. Some of the Karnataka police also have trained, but I don't know about the logistics, how far is the jail from here. But let me tell you, if any person has been caught making a fake profile of any person to that fact, is sent to jail for 3 years. Not only sent to jail for 3 years, but he is asked to pay a compensation which can go up to 1 crore rupees. And therefore, under these circumstances, it's very important for us to know that if any fake profile is created, then there is a free toll number 1930 where you can make a call. There's another person who picks up the call from the other side, tells you, tell me what way I can help you. And then you should say that there's a fake account, some details will be asked about you, give the details, and the police will start its investigation. Let me tell you, the government of India has started some new facilities. And the new facilities is that people need not have to go to the police station to give a complaint about cybercrime. Tomorrow, God forbid, if you lose some money from your debit card, if you lose some money from your credit card, you don't have to go to the police station and stand in the line over there. The reason is because the government understands that when you go to the police station, your one day is over. Rather than that, sitting in the comfort of your house, you can make an online complaint by calling on this number and register the complaint. Then the police will call you and say, please come to the police station and tell us what happened. And they will give you a time, and that time they have to be keeping themselves free. Then you can go, give a detailed statement about the complaint, and then the police will start the investigation. What I mean to say is that a boy lost a life. In the first instance, Adnan lost a life because he did not know that the request which he got was from a fake profile. In the second instance, the boy lost his life because he made a fake profile. But the ultimate part, what I wanted to tell to you, is that both of these are cyber crimes, where internet was used to commit the crime. I have been made to understand that somewhere in this place itself, few days before, there was a fake profile which was made in the name of God, in the name of religion, and then somebody lost his life. Well, it should not happen to us. So that's why we should be very cautious when we are using the